If a government is unobtrusive, the people become whole. If a government is repressive, the people become treacherous. Good fortune has its roots in disaster, and disaster lurks with good fortune. Who knows why these things happen, or when this cycle will end? Good things seem to change into bad, and bad things often turn out for good. These things have always been hard to comprehend. Thus, the master makes things change without interfering. She is probing, yet causes no harm. Straightforward, yet does not impose her will. Radiant and easy on the eye. So at the beginning of this chapter, we get a bit of a continuation on the theme of last chapter. If those who rule give their subjects autonomy and respect their rights, then things tend to go well with society. But when rulers impose harsh restrictions and seek to micromanage and establish strong degrees of control over their people, the people inevitably begin to retaliate. History has supplied us with more than enough examples of this theme. The chapter then seems to switch gears, and we get a bit on non-duality. For those of you who may not have heard this term before, non-duality, or non-dualism, as it applies to Taoism, is the understanding that things that appear to be in opposition to one another often stand in a complementary relationship to each other. Another way of saying this is that many things that appear to be opposites are only two parts of the same whole. Often, we tend to think of events in our lives as being either fortunate or unfortunate, but Taoism urges us to be careful about applying such distinctions to events that we admittedly understand very little about. Taoism acknowledges that our limited perspectives are often very inadequate for identifying the goodness or badness about any given situation. Many misfortunes have the effect of causing good fortunes later down the road, and many good fortunes have the effect of eventually leading to disaster. As Lao Tzu reminds us, these things have always been hard to comprehend. Therefore, rather than holding on to some things and resisting others, we are much better to accept and try to flow with circumstances in our lives that live outside of our control. The master who understands this concept gains much. He or she discovers the ability to influence the direction of events without forcing them directly. Although the master is skilled in their art, they are also harmless. They may be dangerous in their own way, but their self-control and good nature allows them to use careful discernment in employing their talents, and they use them prudently to produce the best outcomes. Another translation of the last few lines of the chapter reads, "Therefore, the sage is sharp but not cutting, pointed but not piercing, straightforward but not unrestrained, brilliant but not blinding." I like the distinction of pointed but not piercing. To me, this means that the master is capable but controlled. He or she is not impotent. The master has great strength and ability, but this strength and ability is tempered by wisdom, patience, and intuition. As the master follows this intuition, they will be led to employ their abilities benevolently. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time for Chapter 59. Peace and blessings.